Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of August 8th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's see what we have here for you, Virgo. Now this week starts off with 8-8, which is a numerological portal known as the Lion's Gate. So if you're into numerology or just spirituality, 8-8 is a great time to manifest something into your life. So you may want to take a look at like the Lion's Gate portal if you're interested. I am using the Gilded Tarot as well as the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. My apologies. So those are all linked in the description below as well. Let's see what we have here for you. Do hope things are going well, Virgo. Things are going good for you. And all right. So you have, so I'm about a third of the way through these readings, and you certainly have probably the best one here so far that I've done this week, Virgo. And so there is some type of result on the way for some of you. And the thing is, you do have a major card of manifestation here in the future. And I just talked about how we have this like really nice time and this really nice energy of manifesting in this upcoming week. So it's almost like some of you may want to, if you haven't already, like thrown a wish out or thrown a manifestation out to the universe, like it might be a very good time for you to do that. Although I think for some of you, this has been underway for some time here because of the two cards in the past. There is something in the past that is potentially providing you with results. I think some of you have good karma, and what you have to understand about karma is just the result of your actions. And so I think you've taken the right actions and results are on the way for you in the future here. That's kind of my opening read, but let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit more. Now, in the overall situation or in the overall position here, you have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups represents something from the past. So this can be someone from the past, such as like an ex, or it could be memories of love or memories of the past. This can refer to the past generally in whatever capacity that might be. The other thing about the Six of Cups is it asks you to kind of stop and smell the roses and enjoy what you have now and try to spend as much time as you can in the present moment. Obviously, you know, we're not robots, right? So like we have human emotions and there are things that like, you know, pull us to the past or pull us forward or that make us think in the future. But to the best of your degree and to the best of your ability, it's best potentially at this time to spend your energy in the present moment. That's what the Six of Cups asks you to do. Because if you really think about it, I'm not invalidating what happened in the past, but what I am saying is that the past technically doesn't exist. Those memories are very real and things did happen, but in terms of time, on the scale of time, the past is past you and the future hasn't arrived yet. And so the best thing that you can do is spend your time in the now. So for whatever reason, I felt a need to sort of dive into that. And so that might be a message that somebody needs to hear. In the past, you do have the Fool and the Four of Wands. So the Fool is a powerful card. For me, it's like the power of all four aces in one card here. And this represents a powerful new beginning in one's life. Actually, this other term, powerful, keeps coming in. The Fool for me is the most powerful card in the tarot because it starts off everything. It's the chain reaction. It's the first card in the hero's journey. This does represent the hero in the major arcana. The Fool is the hero and it goes through all 22 major arcana cards. 22 because it's zero based, right? So the last card's 21 and then 0 would make it 22. And so the Fool goes through the major arcana here and they're really the kind of main protagonist in the story. And so in the past here, you've started something big for yourself, Virgo. And along with that, you have the Four of Wands, which is all about foundations and achievements. It's about enjoying the fruits of your labor. And the Four of Wands can talk about, it is a card of marriage. I just wasn't getting a whole lot of love energy here. We'll see what else comes forward, but maybe some of you have been manifesting love or manifesting something long-term. Perhaps if you're already married or in a long-term relationship, perhaps there's been some new energy in that area that feels very good. Some of you may, I feel like that relationship's probably strengthening. But the point being here is, with the Six of Cups energy of the past, and also the reminder to stay in the present moment, there's something here in the past that in the present moment is helping you out in some ways. In the future, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So the Knight of Pentacles could simply be a Virgo energy, could simply be your energy. It could be any earth sign, but this could certainly just be you. And, we do have two people here showing up. So I think that this is probably the Knight of Pentacles is you, and I think the Queen of Wands, from what I'm feeling intuitively, this is more about an aspect of yourself rather than a person, actually, now that I think about it. And the thing is, with this Knight of Pentacles, I think you have manifested something important. Queen of Wands is a major card of manifestation. It's a major card of attraction. The Queen of Wands can literally attract whatever it is that they want into their life by being extremely authentic and not by trying to be somebody else. Knight of Pentacles is about results. It is about you being a hard-working, dependable person. With the Knight of Pentacles influence, it says, through hard work, you see something, you see some sort of positive financial event come into your life. The Knight of Pentacles is not lottery wins, it's not get-rich-quick schemes, it's results-driven success, results-driven, or I should say hard work-driven results or hard work-driven success in your life. So I think that there's been manifestation in those areas. I think you've planted a seed here with the Fool. I think you're kind of reflecting on the work that you've done here in the past. And I also think the future looks very good for you. So let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So you have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Moon, you have the Two of Cups, and you have the Four of Swords. All right, so Virgo, we now have these two twos that are just jumping out to me for whatever reason. Twos can be like this idea of situations coming in, situations going out. And especially the Two of Pentacles, which can represent like a change in your financial situation. By default, it's a good change. Again, I think that this change for you is a new beginning in some type of material situation in your life here that's showing up in the past. I also want to bring your attention here to the water. Take a look. All of these first three clarifiers here all have some sort of still water. And so it's almost like choppy waters of the past. Like those are gone, right? Like the choppy waters are gone. The still water is here. And that's what I feel like saying to you. And it's almost like maybe some of you have had a wake-up call in the past where it's like, all right, I need to spring into action. I need to go for something. There's some changes that I needed to make. And you did it. You successfully did it. And if you have not done it already, I think some of you are maybe even in this period of reflection where it's like, all right, now it's time to go. Some of you may be making some big changes here in your life. For some of you, this may be material or financial, and for some of you, this might be around relationships. That may be the change, because the Two of Cups, for me, is like my favorite love card in the tarot. It's like two souls linking up in this lifetime. So I definitely like to see this for you. You also have this Moon card, which is this idea that the Moon can really ask you to trust your gut and trust your intuition. It can also talk about subconscious fears. And like along with that, the dream realm as well, like messages coming to you through the dream realm or the dreams that you have. Especially with the Six of Cups, it's maybe like there are some fears from the past that some of you are really looking to work through at this time. The Moon also can warn you to be careful of emotionally charged situations. I would say with the symbolism of the water, to just kind of embrace it to the best of your ability, to the best of your degree, embrace some type of calm energy in your life. And I know it's easier said than done sometimes, especially when somebody's pushing your buttons, but I do think that is certainly showing up here. The Four of Swords, that is a card of rest, recovery, recuperation, meditation, and reflection. think about like if you look into water, or if you're like standing at the edge of, I don't know, a lake, or yeah, let's go with a lake. You can see your reflection. It's almost like some of you, and I say that because of these 3 water cards here. It's almost like some of you are looking at your reflection, or you're even just reflecting. And I think that this is healing, and I also think that this is helping you in some ways. Let's go ahead and bring in these 3 clarifiers here, these 3 oracles. So you have great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. You have medicine guardian, be open to healing information. And you have stargazer, set your sights higher. Time to think big here. Time to think big. There are lessons from the past that you've certainly had an opportunity to learn from. I think that this is you, once again, this medicine guardian card. I just got Virgo energy as soon as I looked at this because of the green energy here. Maybe you doing some type of holistic healing, holistic medicine, or like maybe in changing a part of your diet, for example. You're also like fixing a million other things that have been maybe troubling you, or you may be working on the energy level as well. There's something maybe alternative here, and yeah. And I think that it's also maybe a time for you to really set your sights high here, as this card says, this Stargazer card, to think big at this time with the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands showing up in the future. So let's go ahead and start to clarify even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So, all right, you have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Swords plus the Fool, no question about it. The past year, there's been changes, there's been new beginnings, okay? To get the Fool and any number of aces is really, to me, something powerfully new starting in your life. The Ace of Swords in particular is about breakthroughs, okay? It's the clouds clearing in the background. As you see here, the cloud symbolism, the clouds clearing in the background and making way for something new. It is a major energy of success as well in one's life. It's almost like maybe, I've talked about this energy of reflection here showing up. It's like maybe for some of you, you're reflecting on the periods in your life where you have been successful. There's this book. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics. It's an outdated book, so I don't know how many people would love it. It has outdated examples, but it's actually, the information in the books is actually really quality information. And in this book, Psycho-Cybernetics, the author basically says that if you've been successful one time, just one time, if you've been successful one time in your life, it means that you can be successful a million more times in your life. Because we have as humans, we have the capability of tapping into a previous success and using that to create more successes in the future. Essentially is what part of that book in the Psycho-Cybernetics says. So it's a very interesting concept, and I think some of you are maybe reflecting on the areas that you've been successful. You're using your past success, tapping into that and creating future success for yourself. The Queen of Swords certainly is the case, kind of supports what I just said there as well, because Queen of Swords is about focus, an extreme focus on your goals, on where you want to go, on an outcome, and really going for something. The Queen of Swords does not mess around, okay? You do not cross a Queen of Swords, okay? Because they will win, I will tell you that much. And the Page of Pentacles in the future, this is like your prospects in life improving. Something in your life coming forward, especially as this is in the same column as the Knight of Pentacles. Of course, Pentacles is about material situations, but it can also be about academia, it can be about the home, it can be about nature, maybe even healing in this case as well. There's something really important here about reflecting on successes of the past for sure. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. So you have the Temperance card and you have the Ten of Swords. All right, so the Temperance card is really about kind of alchemy. It's alchemy, and you have it here with the Queen of Wands in the future. There's been this energy of alchemy as well, and if you really think about it, which you do, but if you really think about it, if you have the capability of tapping into the past and like I said, what you do, and using that to bring some sort of success in the future, that's really kind of a form of alchemy, right? Which again, you have the capability of doing that. It's just a matter of sort of like putting it into practice and seeing it come forward. And so I feel like some of you are just really alchemizing some type of nice health or healing situation, or even just some type of results here in the future with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Ten of Swords is about something potentially in your life. Well, not even potentially. It's about something ending. Because the Ten of Swords, there's like an element of finality with that card where it's like kind of something's completely done. However, the Ten of Swords, it releases yourself from something that's not working for you, or from something that's no longer serving you. And so it really is a blessing in disguise. At the top of the pyramid, you have another blessing in disguise here. You have the Tower. Okay, you have these two cards that many people are afraid of with the Ten of Swords and the Tower, but they're really, at their core essence, they are about blessings in disguise. The Tower, this person who is falling from the Tower was previously trapped in the Tower. There are no doors on this Tower. They did not have a way out. And now, through a surprise or a shock or a sudden change, they are now given a way out. And it's almost like through reflection of victories of the past, you're figuring it out, especially as you have this Ace of Swords. I do not get a negative energy with that Tower. And of course, the majority of the cards here are overwhelmingly positive. On the bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords, something coming in quickly here for you, some sort of energy where you'll have to instinctually go for something. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next reading.